offline application of internet technology. To Mr. Pitch Ponrengor, you may have the screen share.
Thank you. So I'll share my screen now. So can you see my screen?
Yes, very good.
Okay, so as you have introduced me, my name is Pitpunri Ngao. Ngao is my surname. I work full time at Kumpi, and you see the logo on the screen. That is the company of my background. So first of all, I would like to introduce the company. So Kumpi is a technology company based in Cambodia. We mainly specialize in education technology that we share with many of the Cambodians. But mostly people know us from our notebooks, computer selling, with their computer notebooks. But besides that, we also make our own educational free website called webchat.org. It is a learning management website. Yeah. Okay. So our mission is that we are building tools and providing resources for the next generations of innovators. And the product that we are selling currently are these, so laptop, desktop, and content server, Wi-Fi network, computer lab solutions, and learning platforms. Okay, so per our observation in Cambodia, as we have rolled out our software, we have seen that many parts of Cambodia has little to no internet service, or mobile service, or cell services. Uh, and sometimes only one carrier reach the area, and they are also often unreliable, as in 1 square meter where you would have the service, and if you move just one inch out of that area, you won't even receive call. Yes. Next is that however, we have seen that all education officials, teachers, official in ministry, in even in remote areas, they have at least one phone. And do you know what they use it for? And you guessed it, social media. And so do all the young teenagers in Cambodia who own a smartphone. And not to mention that majority of the teachers would own a phone as high tech as iPhone 13 Pro Plus, but no laptop. So that came to our interpretation that they do not really use this kind of technology for education purposes. That's why we came up with our solutions, our product, which is called Kumpi Content Server. So the content server is a learning offline learning hub for student teachers in remote areas, with local internet access. It is also made with like the ease of use in mind, and we also would like to hitch a ride with the smartphone trend in Cambodia, where, as we have said above, many people own smartphones. Um, so some of the features is that it includes offline learning content in both. Um, it has integration with our education suite, where we will do the cloud synchronization by August of this year. So all the device in offline area, we have synchronization with our main server in perhaps Phnom Penh or at the Ministry of Education. It will have a hotspot, Wi-Fi, and network integration where you can plug it into your larger network and people can still use it. Um, you can also put custom offline learning content that you have, for example, from your flash drive into it via our upload system and admins. It is user friendly and mobile friendly as well, so you can use it in all devices easily. It will have minimal training, so it will be very easy to use. Teacher could just do normal Wi-Fi connection and um, go to browser and they can use it. And it has many more features that I will not be expressing in this slide. The content server nowadays, um, it can be equipped up to 8 terabytes of content. As you can see here on the left, Here is the web-based content on computer screen or tablet that used in landscape side. We have websites, so web-based content, and also media content on small screen, as you can see on the right. So you can download, you can view all sorts of media, videos, and PDF as well. So as I have said above, we have our own admin site. Here you could upload, you could do network indication, network configuration, and also to update the system. This is the latest update from our server in the central Phnom Penh. So nowadays we have equipped around in Khmer content we have 3.4 49 terabytes of content, mostly videos and some little PDF books, and also some English international content. And here's the breakdown on the language content. And as to nowadays, we have installed it in 42 sites across Cambodia, mostly in remote areas. And I'll tell you some of the experiences in our making of the products. So first of all, we try a lot of hardware configurations. Mostly, we also use Raspberry Pi as all the previous presenters. We use Pi because as they also explained that it is low power, it's low cost, it is also pretty small. But since we need to put an extra storage to adopt more content that we have been provided by the ministry, by the local open source content makers, we need to put extra storage, and those extra storage need to be connected so via connector. So a lot of connectors, and when you have a box, you want to make it a plug and play, you need to make a custom box. And without much expertise, as we are not very tech savvy with our making, it is a big mess. We use a lot of hot glue everywhere. I could show you the picture, but it is very ugly. And also Raspberry Pi has a different CPU architecture. So instead of using the normal architecture like in normal computers, it uses Arch, ARch 64 or probably 7H. So it's very hard to accommodate some of the software that we are making. Okay, as to software, we mainly focuses on stability, like it stability usable and open source. It has to be offline. It has to be usable with non-tech savvy individuals. So people can still use it. It is very stable. It should be stable. It should be usable for a very long time. And we don't really think that time to fit that. As to the UI and UX experience, user interface, user experiences, we have learned that when we put in single page applications, it is easier for our user to use. We also need to afford in legacy support. Although those teachers or students, they have their own phone, they usually do not really update the web browser. So we need to put in legacy support as well. It is a very pain to have experienced that myself, because I really scratch my head looking for the problem, but it's just their phone, they do not update. And also with search support. So people like to search things like YouTube. So in the next part is partnership. So as all the previous presenters have said, they create library, but like those library could fit a lot of content, but there would be no content. They need people to help them filling in the content. So we ourselves also met the problem, but we solved it with our partnership with various education institutions, the ministries, the non-governmental organizations, helping us with those content and also schedules for students. And here is some of our feedback from our implementation, our deploy. we usually get to work with the people on the site, so we hear a lot of useful feedback. So they said that it is just like our library. It is not damageable and cannot be stolen, not for the device, but for the contents inside. It cannot be damaged. It cannot be stolen. Um, it can be useful for STEM education as we have put a lot of science-based and experimental videos and a simulation into it. They also said that it saves their internet free, so they do not really need to use the internet much when they use the content inside the content server. Okay, so through our observation from after we have deployed this product, we have seen that it is quite difficult to integrate into the current education programs as um, the education program nowadays is pretty tight, as you say, tight. Uh, People are really busy, just like in the first picture. So they are busy doing the previous education program, education schedules, and they do not really have time to integrate the content server usage. And also, many teachers are resistant to changes. So not only are they busy to change, they also do not want to change. If it's normal, people do not really want to change their way of teaching, their way of learning, but uh, it it makes their student a victim of the future of inability to use technology, for example. Okay. Next is that students have limited benefit from the server because of several factors such as lack of devices. Students do not really have devices. Many of them have, but they do not really use it for the right purposes. And also, some students do not really have the ability to afford a phone or a tablet or any of sort of devices. Um, and those who have devices, they lack access and time to go to study with the content server because as I have said, the schedule in the education program nowadays is very tight. They do all sorts of stuff, just not the content server and the technology based learning. And even if they have time and access, they do not have the proper supervision. So when they do not have the proper supervision from their teachers, they normally do not really get to learn anything, and they just do nothing and they gain nothing at all. And most of the time, with no proper supervision, they will not even have access to the server at all. The teacher will just keep it in their room, their I don't know, their director rooms, and it's just laid there without usage. Just like the previous presenter said, their computer is used once a year. There's those sorts of things, and many more problems that I will not go into right now. But we are also running a current rolling solution that we do as we go. First solution is that we try to get more exposure to the local Ministry of Education. We ask we ask them to help promote us, ask them to let the teacher have more time to promote the usage of content server and also to assign more technology teachers to those local schools. We are also working with technology inclusive learning schedule with local organizations such as for Teach for Kids and Child Funds that we are working on a technology first schedule so that technology can be a part of the schedule instead of just uh, old school learning content like books or math. They can use it for the learning as well. And also one of the project that I would like to highlight is that we are working with IP development banks on their technology innovation enable project in Southeast Asia, which starts in early February this year. and it will end in late October. So for this project, they mainly provide tablets to students. Students can take it home, and they provide around 135 tablets for 2 schools, so probably 60 per schools. And those 60 can use the content server. They can access all in one time um, to the content server, and they would learn the schedule. Schedule is provided by a local organization called Community Action to Promote Education, CAPE, uh, with the new generation learning style. So this project we will see some results from them in late October when it ends. Okay, so this has come to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, you could place it up. And here's my contact, and that is all.